Joining me, our first guest today, is Dr. Richard Bandler. He's the author of Thinking on Purpose. Thinking on Purpose, a 15-day plan to a smarter life. And you have been doing workshops. You hold a PhD in psychology. You're the co-founder of NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, which creates a new understanding of how verbal and nonverbal communications affect the brain. And it's really nice to have you with us today. You've published more than 30 books. Oh, my goodness. So the question becomes, we all have very good intentions. My late mother had an expression, people with good intentions are in institutions. You know, why don't, it's just what she used to say all the time, why don't good intentions translate into the desired outcomes? That's the question. Even though we really want those intentions.
Well, yeah, there's a real difference between wanting something and planning for it. And it's not just a concept difference, it's a neurological difference. When we desire things and we have a target, our neurology is designed to get it. When you're thirsty and you look at the glass of water in front of you, your hand reaches out, and at the point it touches the glass, it switches every muscle it's using and goes from reaching and to pulling. And the closer it gets to your mouth, the faster it goes because it has a target. And the closer it hones in on that target, the faster it goes. What happens is people think, well, I'd like to be like someone. You know, I'd like to be rich like Warren Buffett, or I'd like to, I'd like to be a good athlete, or I'd like to make better decisions, or I'd like to not be afraid of snakes, or not this or not that. But that doesn't tell you what to do. And if you imagine yourself having already achieved goals, and you look at it and you go, I really want to be that person, and build that feeling of desire up, you can actually re-engineer how to get there. And step by step, your neurology will take over and take you there. Great athletes don't make pictures of themselves missing shots repeatedly. No. They think of themselves doing well, and it trains their neurology to practice right and to play right. And it's true in everything, because there's a physiological component and a psychological component to everything. NLP has been described as a lot of things, but basically it's the study of successful thinking. How do you think this way to get this result? This is part of the reason why for 45 years my clients get better after they've been given up on by everybody. And some of those clients are athletes, some are musicians, and some are called schizophrenic or phobic or other things. Naming something doesn't necessarily tell you what to do. Understanding is overrated. Having a plan to get beyond things, that's what works.
So, okay. I'm listening to everything that you're saying, and I agree with you. Athletes work really hard. They devote their lives. Tom Brady always shares that it is his life. There's not, one side of the hand or the other. This is his life, is his game and preparing, and he's sacrificed so much for this life. Now, he is focused. He's hyper-focused. Beyond focused, and at his age continues to be focused. We're not all Tom Brady, and he didn't get to be this way.
Well, we also don't all want to win 6 Super Bowls.
Right, but he didn't get this way.
Yesterday I talked to a host, and she told me she wants to go to the gym, and she's constantly getting distracted. And I said to her, if you look at yourself, having been the person who goes to the gym as regularly as you want to, and you look at yourself, do you desire to be her? And she went, yes, but I could hear in her voice the desire wasn't that strong. So I told her, I said, double the size of the picture, and then double it again. I said, do you feel more desire? And she said, yes. And I said, now what kinds of things distracted you? And she said, well, my friend asked me to go for, happy hour. And I go, how big is that picture? And she goes, well, it's almost as big as the picture we made. And I said, shrink it down. Because we choose between the images in our minds, we choose certain voices, and maybe it's on the right or the left, as the ones we follow. Once we know that, then we can do it on purpose.